welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and I'm really happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for clicking play. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. But it is Sunday the 20th of June, which means we have a new Sunday Facebook challenge. If you're new here, what that means is every week I have a different theme for my challenges, and I create a project or a card, and then you guys go out and create something and pop it over on my Facebook page. This is a really great community that we have here, and I would love it if you joined in. Now, if you don't have Stampin' Up products, that's fine, no problem. Use whatever you have, create something fun, and then come and join in. So this week's theme is Get Well or Feel Better, which I think could be a card that is just great to have in your stash. I'm actually not creating a card today, I'm creating a treat, which, you know what, when you're not feeling too well, sometimes a little treat is all you need. So let me show you the project that we're going to create today. This is a little treat container. It is so simple and easy, and inside holds a normal size Kit Kat bar, so lovely. Isn't this gorgeous? So much fun. Who doesn't like sloths? So this is the stamp set called Back on Your Feet, and this one's been around for a little while. It has carried over to our new annual catalogue, which is fantastic for me. All the supplies I'm using for today's project are over on my blog. There is also clickable links to my store in the description of this video. This is such a cute little treat holder. So I'm using two stamp sets that can be found in the annual catalogue, Back on Your Feet and Timeless Tropical. And I'm also using the Timeless in the Tropics dies for that tropical jungle background behind the sloth. So we're using the layering circles. These have also carried over to the new annual catalogue, which is great. So I've used the background in Old Olive, and the Old Olive cardstock measures 7 by 4 inches. It's been scored at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 3 3/4, and 4 1/4. All the dimensions are over on my blog, so if you didn't get them as I was saying them, head over there, you can grab them there. We have Old Olive ink, and we're just going to randomly stamp that leaf all the way around the treat holder. Doing it randomly just gives it a nice little background. So this treat holder does fit a full-size Kit Kat bar, and our treat holder measures 4 inches by 2 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch wide. So super easy. Just using the bone folder on all those score lines there, and this is how easy the box comes together. We're just going to add some tear and tape to that tab, and there we have it. Now, if you're in need of any of the supplies that we've used on today's card, or today's project, or if you're in need of any supplies through Stampin' Up, you can purchase them in my online store. Use the hostess code for this month and I'll send you a handmade card, which is an appreciation card, as well as a bundle tutorial, and I always have another special for each month, so check those out. Okay, so I have the layering circles. I have a scallop and a solid image, and I have they're in basic white cardstock, and then we have the Old Olive cardstock for those leaves. So I'm going to run them through the cut and emboss machine, and I'm doing that off the camera because it shakes the camera quite badly. Okay, so we have all our little pieces together. Let's start stamping. So I've got that sloth from the Back on Your Feet stamp set. This is really cute. It's got some great images in it, and I'm going to use the Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp that down. Because we're using stamping blends, which are alcohol-based markers, we really need to use that Memento. I'm stamping the sentiment in Old Olive ink, and we're using the postage stamp punch to create that nice little background. Because my piece is a little bit smaller, I'm also using post-it notes just to place it in the punch a little bit easier. If you haven't signed up for my newsletters over my blog, please take a moment after you finish this video and go over and sign up for those. I send out newsletters nearly every week, just letting you know what is going on in the Stampin' Up world and what's going on with what I'm doing. And I would really appreciate it if you did. So we're just finishing punching this one out, and then we can start colouring in. So I'm using some different stamping blends on this one. We have Old Olive, which I don't have out yet, Smoky Slate, and also Crumb Cake. So I'm just layering down the light Smoky Slate first. I've brought a few colours in. Sloths are a bit of a funny colour, and I don't know whether it's just on Google, but I couldn't find whether there was a certain colour, but they had like a grey and a brown in them. So I've added a little bit of each of those colours, and hopefully, I've never actually seen a sloth in person, so hopefully that does it justice. If you've seen one or you know what they look like, let me know if I've done all right with the colouring. So we're just finishing off the colouring, and I've done really basic colouring there. I'm going in with the Old Olive and we're doing the leaves. Now I could have done the background in maybe a pool party or something like that, but because this is very green, I wanted a green background. So what I've done is I've gone in and just coloured all the way around the sloth in green. I could have also gone in and maybe stamped a little bit of the background with some leaves, or maybe placed a bit of a tree sort of die cut behind it. But I wanted to keep it fairly simple. A lot of these treats should be kept very simple, where you can just quickly create something and hand it out. These are only small gifts, so there's not a lot to it. So I've just got my blade here, and I'm cutting in against the side of the sloth there, and we're going to pop those die cut leaves in behind. I wanted them to be sitting sort of underneath the sloth, but I didn't want them on the very end. We could probably cut them off a little bit, but I think this looks better. And I'm going to attach the leaves down with some glue dots, so that's a nice easy way. Now we have the two layers, so they were both in basic white, but because we've coloured it in with the Stampin' Blends Old Olive, it gives us that contrast there. I have a little bit of trouble with that one. It's alright, I get there in the end. So using some liquid adhesive to attach to the other scallop circle. And I'm going to attach the dimensionals to the background to really pop it up. So hopefully you have enjoyed this little treat and you'll give it a go. I think you could change these up to be anything, whether they be a birthday gift that you've handed out to people who have come to a birthday. It could be for any treat, so definitely have a look at what you have in your stash. So I'm also going to pop some dimensionals on the right hand side and just a little bit of liquid adhesive to pop onto the sloth, because there's enough dimension just there. And there we have it. Such a sweet little gift. Okay friends, thank you so much for joining in. I really hope that you've enjoyed this project and you'll give it a go. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. So come on over and join in the challenge. Chuck your photo onto my Facebook page. We would love to see what you're creating. I'll be back with another video really soon, so hopefully you'll come back and join me, and I'll be here again next Sunday as well. Alright everyone, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Are you hearing my words I'm saying to you? 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes.